when you go to a speech therapist, make sure that they are feeding the roots and not the leaves. Again, the roots are the attention and listening. So your therapist should be working on engaging your child, should be working on joint interaction. They should be working on their attention and their listening skills and observation before they start working on speech sounds. Okay, so feeding the roots is very important from a therapist's point of view and from a parent's point of view. We go one step at a time. You have to look at the child what level they're at and build from that level. So they might be a 5-year-old and you're expecting them to speak in sentences and have conversations, but if they're not at that level, we work, if they're at a 2-year-old level, we work at that level and build them up. Holistic approach. So this basically means when you're trying to develop their language, don't think of, okay, how can I teach this concept to them? How can I teach them prepositions? How can I teach them to answer what questions? If your child enjoys some sensory stimulation, they enjoy some I don't know, a mesh ball or a squeezy ball, use that as a way, use their sensory skills to engage them in language, to develop their understanding and their expression. We also look at their motor skills, and so look at your child as a whole, not just in terms of their speech and language. Total communication, we'll go into that in detail a little later. So making our goals SMART, which means they should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So for example, a SMART goal for a child who has very poor attention would be for the child to sit for 2 minutes in a week's time, to sit for an adult-led activity for 2 minutes in 1 week's time. That would be a specific goal that's measurable, it's relevant to the child, and it's timely. Okay? So, and the last one is carry over to home life. Making our therapy functional is extremely important. So making sure that everything we do is individualized to that child. What I do with one child may not apply to another. And using their home situations, using pictures from home, engaging them that way is extremely important, because if we're going to be working on naming animals or, you know, differentiating between water and land animals, is that functional for your child? Is that going to help your child tell you they need to go to the toilet or talk about their day? That's not going to help them. So making sure that what you do at home is also functional is extremely important. Okay, so attention basically consists of good looking skills and good listening skills. This encompasses attention. So when you feed the roots, you are helping your child understand their environment, you're helping your child engage, and you're helping your child understand language. So that's why attention and listening is so important, because it's the basic building block of future expression. Okay, now we're going to go into a therapy method that I use in my sessions when I have a child that comes to me who's very hard to engage and has extremely low attention and listening skills, and it's called the attention bucket method. And this method was developed by a lady called Gina Davis from the UK, and it's an excellent tool to get your child interacting with you and, you know, joining in play. So the aims of the bucket are focus attention on the leading adult and their agenda. So this is aiming to engage a child that would be described as hard to engage. Okay? So you're working on their joint attention and their sharing a play scenario. Engage attention with enthusiasm. So you as a parent, you are your child's main motivator actually. Besides the toy, you can have the fanciest of toys, but if you are not engaged in the play as well, and if you are not motivated enough, your child will not engage either way. So the role of the adult in this game, in this method, is to model engagement, model enthusiasm, and also to model appropriate play. So you're teaching your child how to play with toys, which is an area that a lot of children on the spectrum struggle with. So during the play, we model keywords and we model appropriate language as well. The last one is to enjoy the session. So as adults, we always feel like we need to teach our children, we need to have every opportunity to teach our child. But we need to take a step back and make sure that we are also playing with our children, we're also enjoying the time that we're spending with them. So while you're doing this attention bucket method at home, which I will demonstrate to you how to do it now, I want you to be enthusiastic and fully engaged in the play yourself. So with the toy, have fun with the toy. And if it doesn't go to plan, don't worry, because you will have off days and your child will also have off days, and that's okay. Okay, so the attention bucket, we're going to go through the items needed for it, okay? So I'm going to show you my attention bucket that I use. So this is my attention bucket, and some of the mums will recognize this because it's there in every session. The children are always motivated to take something from the box. They're always motivated to have a look inside. So the items needed. Highly engaging toys and items that the child will hopefully enjoy watching. Okay, so my sister is going to help demonstrate how to use this. So I'm just going to show you what items I have in my box. So I've got a stretchy caterpillar. I've got a slinky. I've got bubbles. I've got a spinning top. Okay, so really quite a lot of sensory-based toys, toys that are highly engaging and motivating for your child. Okay. A bucket, so you're going to need a box or a bucket with a lid on it. Okay, so it has to be shut. And if you can, have a pen and a small whiteboard to show your child what comes first and next. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, but you need to sit opposite me. So you can sit here. Okay, so you'll have your child seated on, they can sit on the floor, they can sit on the chair, and you will be on the floor with the box of toys, okay? So you're going to be sitting down like this, and you're going to be directly in front of your child. But the key point over here is that you are not going to be looking at your child, because the moment you look at them, that means you're anticipating a reaction from them, or you're anticipating them to say something, and you know what they'll just completely switch off, and they'll know that this is a teaching method. This is meant to be a fun game. This is meant to engage them without them even knowing that they're engaging, and this is great for improving sitting tolerance as well. Can you hear me?
Yes. You want the mic?
Come to the center. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear? Okay. Okay, so your child is sitting directly opposite, but remember, you're not going to look at your child. You're going to engage with the toys one by one, take one by one from the box and engage with them. I'll just demonstrate to you now. Okay, so we have our box, and wow, ready? We're going to open the box. I've got a slinky. Wow. Okay, ready? Stretch. Stretch. And bounce, bounce, bounce. I can look in the slinky. Look up, look down. Wow. Okay, what's next? What's in the box? Ready? Open. I've got A squeezy ball. Should we squeeze? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Squeeze. And squeeze. Wow. And finish. What's next? I've got bubbles. It's a duck. Duck. What does the duck say? Woo, quack, 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 quack. Ready, open. And blow. Bubbles. Pop, pop, pop. Okay. And finish. Okay, so can you tell me what, did you observe my language while I was engaging with the toy? Can anybody shout out what you observed?
There was a lot of enthusiasm.
Okay, good. Enthusiasm, great. Anything else? Few words, simple language, correct. And I was also, I was just using, signing, and I was using keywords. I was repeating my keywords. So when I was stretching the slinky, I was saying stretch. Not more than that, just stretch. So what you're doing is you're helping your child make the link between the vocabulary and the action itself, okay? And the repetition of that is key. You need to keep repeating, not too much, but as long as you're playing with the activity, as long as you're playing with the toy, keep repeating the keywords.
Your subject was very calm.
No. Okay, I was just going to go on to that. So what you would need with a child who's really hard to engage or who's very, very hyper, you would need another adult, okay? So the second adult would simply sit beside the child, and the second adult would not say anything. So if the child gets up, all the second adult would do is bring the child back to the chair. And I guarantee you within the second or third day, your child will sit automatically. Okay, the second adult has to demonstrate what positive interaction is, and the adult has to be engaged in what the therapist is doing or what the parent is doing. So if someone was sitting next to my sister, Sarah, if she was getting up and walking around, they would simply just bring her back to the chair. And they would then be involved in what I was doing. So if you've got a hard to engage child, also you need to determine what motivates your child. Don't put toys that you know that your child won't like. Because if they are toys that they like, I guarantee you they're going to sit for that. They're definitely going to sit. And this will transfer into tabletop structured activities because you could use it as a motivator. Okay, now the pen with the whiteboard. What you would do before you start the box is so I would encourage all of you to buy a small little whiteboard and have a pen always ready with you, and you can just have your visual ready. So you're going to tell the child, first we're going to look in the box. Okay, first we're going to look in the box, and next you can have your ice cream, whatever motivator they enjoy. So this is your game, your attention bucket game, and next is their motivator. So this structures their activity. They know what comes first and what comes